Welcome everyone. I do hope you are doing well and having a great relaxing weekend, space where you can re-energize your mind and body before you enter the new week. Welcome to Retrospective Perspective, and let's talk about resilience and happiness. How these two are connected. Are they connected? Internet became our first source of information when we are looking for something, and I did the same. Resilience refers to ability to successfully adapt to stressors, maintaining psychological well-being in the face of adversity. The typical definition from the dictionary, it says, it's the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness. Let us talk about how we can find resilience in small steps, how we can identify what makes us happy, and let's together try to find the pathway to set a goal to pursue it. For the beginning, let me invite you for a gentle reflection. And here is my question to you. What if the path to happiness wasn't about big wins, but about how we show up after small fails? As the definition says, resilience is the ability to recover, not to avoid failing. Yet we do have this kind of concept of having fear. What will happen if I fail? What people will say if I will fail? What people will think about me if I will fail? I cannot fail because my husband will be upset. My kids will be disappointed. The crucial point here is no one is thinking about your journey so negative as you do think about it on your own. Stop overthinking that you are not capable to achieve your goals. You are not capable to make the things in your life the way you wish. Another very tricky momentum is when we are blaming other people for the circumstances we are in. This is where the resilience is very much triggered, and it appears that our emotional intelligence is at the very low level. How can we spot low resilience? What will be the warning signs? Let's talk about how low resilience can silently show up. When we feel sudden irritability or anger over small things, withdrawing from others or giving up on activities we used to enjoy. Another situation is where the disappointment is turning into hopelessness, when things don't go our way. That's also the moment where we are immediately dropping our self-confidence into self-doubt, feeling like effort isn't worth anymore because we don't see the outcome. This is very common, especially when we take a diet or we are working hard and the diet isn't work. We don't see dropping kgs on the scale. And at the work, we are doing a lot, but no one is noticing that. Another experience is when we are doing a lot around the house, from both sides, man and woman. We will have our activities, and then we are somehow disappointed where people do not applaud us for our efforts. That's also the moment where the resilience is triggered. And we feel simply upset, we don't feel admired, we don't feel appreciation, and somehow we are also feeling lonely because we have desires in us, But it seems that we are alone with that. It's not about never feeling these things. It's about noticing them and gently asking yourself, what's behind this? So let's go based on the examples that I gave, starting from home. We do a lot of efforts, we are trying hard, but no one is noticing us. Here, most probably, will be a gap in communication. Either we are communicating this feeling in an angry way, we are shouting, I am alone, I'm doing so much, and you do nothing, or we simply keep silence. We will go to our friend and there we will complain, we will show up and talk about that. In both cases, it's a wrong way, because if we want to create the value that will serve you, you need to speak with the people with whom you share the space. And here is the scene for your increased awareness around emotional intelligence. You prepare yourself for the conversation to speak about your feelings as a mature person. You are prepared, and during the conversation, in case the response will not be the way you want, you stay calm, because it's not about that, how you feel right now at that moment. It's about how you are leading yourself through the process of that conversation. At the workplace, you work hard but no one is noticing. Maybe this is also a good moment for you to shift attention. You are working hard and you forgot that actually you are working on your own personal portfolio, because all your efforts you can shift into your successes. Fine, I can agree with you, and I feel the pain when people are not recognizing you for your efforts. But that's something we can't control. But what we can do is to manage our, again, maturity level. You can keep complaining, you can keep feeling unsatisfied and unappreciated, or you can choose actually to step up for yourself and no one needs to know about that, and stay focused on building your own professional and personal portfolio. And the last one, how to deal with the disappointment that the scale doesn't go down. Maybe there is something wrong with your approach. Maybe there is wrong structure within the discipline that you have built around that goal. Maybe you are focusing too much. That can be also bringing the result that there is no change. Usually when we are forcing, especially within the diet, it's quite common. If we are forcing ourselves mechanically, we are not purely intentional with what we are doing and why we are doing that. And why, in all three scenarios and many other scenarios where the resilience is triggered, is crucial. Remember your why. Since we are talking about why, let's talk about small steps toward happiness. Try to identify upon this question. What genuinely makes you feel alive, peaceful, connected, or lit up, even briefly? Take your notebook and write it down. Take a moment, think, and write it down. Create a nice surrounding while you are bringing that joy map for yourself. Switch some nice music, make some movements, go and meet the nature. Your joy map is about creating your vision, your purpose that will lead you to happiness and balanced resilience that will benefit you. We say that resilience grows when we remember joy is still available, even in the middle of hard moment. And what came to my mind, the hard moment will be when we are experiencing a loss. Loss can be multidimensional. Most probably we will be broken into pieces, and we have a right to feel that moment in this way. But the next step actually requires from us to bring the things together, because life is one. And if we suffer because we lost a job, because we lost money, it means we have been very much attached to it, and somehow our personal being was blurred. We somehow cover that from the existence. And when we are rebuilding our resilience, that's the part of work you need to create. Bring yourself back to life. I was already saying about your why, and that it has a huge power. This is why you need to remember your why. It's about how you are reacting when the moment is hitting you, and how to avoid setbacks. This quite often cloud our senses of direction, are just evaporating. And here again, I would like to invite you to reconnect with your purpose or intention. Maybe the one you just have written in your notebook. Why did you start it? Who are you becoming? What do you care about most? It can sound trivial, but it's very crucial. And we do have, indeed, quite often a problem with the expression around these areas. And if we do have problem to identify our purposes or even find the thoughts to reply those questions, I offer you to return to this sentence. I keep going because I matter. You keep going because you matter. Very powerful sentence. Keep it for yourself, keep it for later. While practicing the resilience and our growth in this, definitely we need to apply the self-compassion to ourselves, because we will have wins, we will have fails, but this is the journey that makes us stronger. Resilience isn't just a mental toughness. It's actually emotional softness towards yourself, not others, but towards yourself. If you have a rough moment, if you are having the tough day, say to yourself, I did my best today. It's okay to rest. If you do have so much cleaning around the house or playing with the kids, and you are tired after work, or even if you are just sitting at home and taking care of the house, you still have right to rest. I did my best today. It's okay to rest. Give yourself right to rest. Don't hammer yourself when indeed you are taking the day off from any kind of responsibilities. You don't have a power or will to cook for the kids, for the family. Announce them. Guys, I'm literally today not in mood of cooking. Either you are cooking or we are ordering something from outside. It's a very smooth way of communicating to them. We don't need to use any anger. They will be crying. Say, sorry, that's not my day. Practice self-talk. The gentle self-talk is actually a strength, not a weakness, because you understand yourself best. And of course, as I encourage to communicate certain matters with the one that are around you, but the first dialogue, in this case, monologue, you need to create, stabilize with yourself, and then anchor your mind on it. Happiness doesn't come after everything is fixed. It begins when we choose to care for ourselves, one small resilient step at a time. Thank you.